Good morning, students. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss nuclear power plant energy, geothermal power plant, and ocean power plant. Okay. In nuclear power plant, now this is diagram of nuclear power plant in which radioactive element is used to produce heat, which produces steam, and that activates generator and produces electricity. Nuclear power reactors in India are Tarapur at Maharashtra, Rana Pratap Sagar, Rajasthan, Kalpakam, Tamil Nadu, Narora, UP, Kakrapar, Gujarat, and Kaiga in Karnataka. In nuclear power plant, there are main three parts in nuclear reactor. Number one, reactor core, pump, heat exchange. Now, main fuel in nuclear reactor used is uranium 235 or plutonium 239. Uranium is natural radioactive element whose nucleus is unstable. So it undergoes nuclear fission when fast moving particle bombard on it. The energy generated during nuclear reaction such as nuclear fission and nuclear fusion is called nuclear energy. Nuclear fusion is nuclear reaction in which lighter nuclei combine to form heavy nucleus. The difference in mass original nuclei and product nuclei get converted into tremendous amount of energy as per Einstein's mass energy relation. Nuclear fusion takes place on the surface of Sun, where 4 hydrogen nuclei combine to form one helium nucleus, in which the difference in mass converted into tremendous amount of energy. So this is called nuclear fusion that takes place on surface of the Sun. In nuclear fission, when fast moving small element like neutron bombards on nucleus of uranium, uranium splits up into 2 lighter nuclei, barium and krypton, and 3 neutrons produced. These 3 neutrons bombards on neighboring 3 uranium nuclei and splits up again into lighter nuclei, and again 3 neutrons produces in each nuclear fission. So total 9 neutrons now they strike on 9 neighboring uranium nuclei and producing 27 neutrons and so on. Nuclear fission continues. This whole nuclear fission process takes place within million part of a second, produces very tremendous amount of energy. This is known as uncontrolled chain reaction. Uncontrolled chain reaction is the principle of atomic bomb or nuclear bomb. In this process, tremendous amount of energy get waste. If we control the nuclear fission chain reaction to certain extent, we can use released energy to produce electricity. Thus, principle of nuclear reactor is control chain reaction. To control the chain reaction, boron cadmium rods are used which absorbs the neutrons, and along with this heavy water such as H2O, D2O, where D stand for deuterium, which is isotope of hydrogen, are used to slow down the speed of neutron. So these are some methods in which we can control the chain reaction of nuclear reactor. It consists of fuel elements moderator, and control rods. In fuel elements, there are uranium rods of diameter 1 cm, uranium 235 and 238. So such uranium rods are of in thousand numbers, and it is stored in nuclear reactor as a fuel elements. This is known as reactor core. Moderator, that means heavy water is used to control the speed of excess neutrons, just like thermal neutron, which has energy about 0.04 electron volt, that bombard on nucleus of uranium, split up into lighter nuclei and produces 3 neutrons as usual we know. Now total energy now becomes 1 mega electron volt. These 3 neutron then bombard on neighboring 3 uranium nucleus, produces 3 neutrons each. Again this bombard on neighboring nuclei, split up into lighter nuclei. So in this way large number of neutrons produces, as we know that. So to control the speed of neutrons, we know that we have to make uncontrolled chain reaction into controlled chain reaction. Heavy water is used. Now heavy water, that means H2O and D2O. Just like see D2O water, which slows down the speed of neutron in every collision. So in this process the neutrons are produced which are controlled by using such heavy waters. Now control rods are used to absorb the excess neutrons. See, as during each nuclear fission 3 neutrons produces, lots of neutrons are produced in nuclear fission, but this is dangerous, so that uncontrolled chain reaction may be possible. That's why control rods are used. When control rods inserted, see, mostly all neutrons absorbed by these rods and very few neutrons are released and left for the nuclear fission. So these are boron and cadmium rods. When they taken out, again few electrons that performs nuclear fission, again rods get inserted and absorb the excess of neutrons. So in this way that the number of neutrons controlled by rods. As usual we know that there are 3 main parts: reactor core, pump and heat exchanger. The heat energy produced in this process given to the water in heat exchanger, which heats up the water and converts into steam. This steam passes through narrow pipe and bombard or incident with very high speed on the turbine that rotates the turbine, which produces electricity on activating generator. See at the below, water is continuously inlet through the pump and continuously it convert into steam and that convert electricity. We will now discuss some advantages of nuclear energy. Tremendous amount of energy is released from small radioactive material. It does not produce any smoke or harmful gases, thus it is clean source of energy. There is no need to feed the fuel again and again. Fuel once fed is used for much longer period. Now disadvantages. There is a risk of accidental leakage of nuclear radiation. The cost of installation of nuclear power plant is very high. The availability of uranium is limited. Improper nuclear waste storage and disposal results in environmental pollution. Nuclear energy is used for production and proliferation of nuclear weapons. Now students, this is systematic diagram of geothermal power plant which convert geothermal energy into electric energy. The interior heat of earth is used for production of electricity. The energy derived from hot spots beneath the earth is called geothermal energy. It is obtained by tapping underground reservoir using near volcanoes or hotspots on the surface of the earth. Hotspots are the regions of intense heat inside the earth crust where molten rocks formed, that is known as magma, due to geological changes are trapped. When underground water comes in contact with hotspots, steam is generated. This steam remains trapped between the rocks and get compressed to a very high pressure. On drilling deep inside the earth crust, the trapped steam can be collected by a narrow pipes and used to rotate the turbines. When turbines rotate, it activates the generator as shown in figure, which generate electricity, and this produced electricity can be used for different purposes. Such hotspots are not present everywhere on earth and are difficult to locate. Advantages: it can be operated round a clock. It is eco-friendly source of energy. It is renewable source of energy. The cost for operating is half the cost of producing electricity by burning coal. Now students, we will discuss about ocean energy. There are two types, tidal energy and ocean thermal energy, from which we can get electric energy. Now students, tidal energy power plant. We know that how tides are formed. The periodic rise or fall in the water level occupying twice in each lunar day are called tides. High tides generally occurs on new moon day or full moon day. Otherwise, there are low tides. Now, the difference in the levels of the tide should be about 3 meter to operate the tidal energy power plant. In the ocean, such tidal dams are constructed and ocean water is trapped by the barrier. Now we know that there are two tides, high tides and low tides. So water in high tides allows to flow towards the low tide. This water is then fall on turbine that rotates the turbine, and we know that turbine is connected to generator which converts that mechanical energy into electrical energy. Second, ocean thermal energy plant. The difference in temperature of water at the surface of the ocean and at the depth up to 2 km should be 20 degrees Celsius and more. As the solar radiations fall directly on the upper layer of the ocean, they heat up the upper layer and lower layer remains comparatively cooler. So if difference exists about approximate 20 degrees Celsius and more, then ocean thermal energy plant can be used. In this, warm surface, that is upper part of the ocean layer, is used to boil ammonia. The vapor of this ammonia are then used to run through the narrow pipes that incident on the turbines, and with that turbine starts rotate. We know that, and as turbine rotates, it operates generator and hence electric energy is produced. Now this system can be operated 24 hours a day. So this is very good advantage, and We do not have to wait for tidal to form, like in tidal energy power plant. Now we will discuss some limitations of ocean energy power plant. Number 1. Very few coastal areas in the world are suitable for harnessing energy from ocean. Wave energy would be a viable proposition only when and where waves are very strong. The initial cost of setup is very high, and the efficiency of producing energy is also low.